Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we reach Week 15 and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Brings up 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15.
20-yard line.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. So the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd and 11. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And some room to roam now. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown LA. Cam Akers, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Screen play, Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The 20, and all the way down to the 9. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Rams 14.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run here with Akers. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Again, it'll be Akers.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers
with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Quinnen Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now a handoff looking right. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
That's the way to make a pass. Intercepted. The Rams take over first and
set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. play action here on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Stafford. On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
Score Rams 21, Jets 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call...
And he's going to be brought down. Back back at his own 6-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now a toss running left, Akers.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them.
Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, L.A. Deshaun Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
The kick is good.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
To Ty Johnson.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
First down, Jets.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's second down.
Buying time to his left. And a loose football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. Now back to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
It's 2nd down.
Now this one complete on the slant route. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the return will stop right around the 25. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Akers. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominate.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, It's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their